run into me.
Buster Sword over there, dude.
That's yeah, I didn't mean to show that to you yet.
And
that's actually for you.
Frostmourne.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
So
see it, dude.
in honor of you, I brought in my favorite sword in a game, which is Frostmourne for myself.
Oh dude, good
and
choice.
my second favorite sword, of course, is the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy. And
dude.
because you actually have one, I've seen the photos. I figured, in honor of you being our first guest, I would add this to the studio so you could forever be immortalized.
I'm truly, sincerely honored. That's so sick, dude. That's so fucking tight.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn.
Yeah. Like even like I'm glad you're not going the direction of like Ludwig and stuff like that. Have you heard about that going on? He did a stream goal where every time someone subs to his stream, it adds 10 seconds. And people started donating gifted subs and getting him thousands of subscribers to where he's the top on stream right now. And he's been streaming for like at least a week or two now, and doesn't know when it's going to stop. Like it hasn't gone down. So kind of not great for your mental health being forced to stream for that long. So it's nice to have more fun and attainable goals than forcing yourself to do something.
Yeah, because like that's another thing too, is like, dude, I already deal with enough shit like outside of stream, like where I don't want to bring it into stream kind of in a way, so to speak. So like me doing something that's actually detrimental to my mental health by like basically making me sleep deprived like that, like I would just be like, guys, look, I know you're having fun, but like please consider like I'm fucked right now, you know? So I'm just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, thankfully, dude's
I want to make this stuff realistic.
Yeah, thankfully, dude's actually sleeping and everything, but he just leaves a stream on while he sleeps. But it's still like a lot of mental toll having to do that for that long.
Exactly.
Like
I think that's important to like prioritize your mental health.
Absolutely.
Over this, you know?
Like a lot of people are worried about like, you know, if I make, you know, let's say I make $200 a video. If I don't make a video, then I'm not making that $200. So I have to keep on making it. And they're not really considering their own mental health or well-being in that. And it's kind of difficult to balance. Even with shorter instances, like when I see you and other people like streaming 6-7 hours, it's kind of shocking to me. Like I get tired like after 2 hours. I'm like, my eyes hurt. I'm like mentally drained. I'm not doing as great at my games. And like it takes a lot to be that focused and interactive for that long. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for streamers who are able to do that, and I'm working on it, but it's not easy.
Yeah, and like when I first started streaming, I remember I would do big long streams and stuff, and like I'm finding now that it's better to be mindful of how long you stream for the sole fact that, you know, some streams do really well like first half, and then the second half they kind of teeter out, where if numbers is a big thing for you, that's like something you should be mindful of. Like if you're starting out, like it's really hit or miss on how you want to approach it. But for me, I used to stream maybe like 2 or 3 hours at a time, and then would end, so that way my average would be good. Because like I would say average matters when you like want to get affiliate, because you want to get that the three average, so that way you can, you know, push on to the next part of streaming and your next goal. But then like the jump, it's so funny because the jump from affiliate to partner is so massive. Like 3 average, like, you know, it's three people watching you on average. Cool. Attainable. 75 people average.
Right.
That's huge, dude. That's the equivalent of like if we're you know, going based on like a societal comparison, that's 2 whole classrooms at like a public school watching you. That's a lot of fucking people, dude. You know, so it's like the idea of that is.
Uh-oh. Hey, hello.
Hi.
Let me turn off my music.
Oh, dude, yes. I'm gonna go ahead and just state it. My computer just shut off.
Totally
I
okay.
don't know what it is. So I just got this computer built. I think it was So I have a lot of Razer stuff, and for whatever fucking reason, man, Razer Synapse is the worst program on the planet, and I hope whoever made it has a terrible time sleeping.
Every couple weeks, I have to reinstall it for some reason. Like, not just like, oh, for some reason, like, I don't know, like it literally stops working after a couple weeks.
Yeah. I'm literally after today, I am uninstalling it completely. I refuse to have that on my computer anymore. It literally like
it's rough. It has some features that I need, unfortunately, but it's tough to have.
Yeah, because so what happened was my computer turned off. I looked down and I'd see it, which also, by the way, my computer may blue screen with a power state failure in a little bit. If it does that, I'll be right back on.
No worries.
Because that's just how that happens. But I looked down at my computer. My motherboard wasn't turned on, or nothing was turned on. My motherboard's lights were on though. So I'm just like, okay, cool. My computer just shut off. So I had to do the whole unplug it, or turn the power off, unplug it, press the power button, a bunch of times, wait, turn it back on, all the bullshit you need to do. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And then I log back on. I look and I see it. Razer Synapse has an update ready. I'm like, of course you do. Because no joke, every single time something bad happens to my computer, I have a Razer Synapse update. And I'm like, I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate it more than anything. I've had my computer has been great. The only issues I have been ever having have been all Razer related. So I'd rather just not have any RGB or any like synced RGB than have to keep dealing with Razer Synapse. Right. So I'm going to just do away with it, get rid of it.
And the good thing is once you set your mouse settings, you can actually close it and your mouse remembers that. So you don't have, it remembers the sensitivity changes and all that stuff in case you need to do anything like that. And macros too. I
actually didn't know that. Yeah. That's great. Because God, dude, I can't stand it. Can't stand it.
So
I forgot what was I talking about?
Oh, again? No worries. I actually had a question for you. Since you play music on Twitch, how do you navigate the DMCA issues? Like, can you play a song without worrying about that kind of stuff? Like, not necessarily play their music, but can you play your rendition of it without worrying too much?
To be honest, I'm not actually too sure.
When it comes that seems stuff. To be to a lot of stuff on Twitch is no one really knows the right answers.
Yeah. I think when it comes to DMCA, I think you could do covers. You just can't do the actual same thing. Because I know a big thing that in regards to DMCA and copywritten music is it's not, I don't believe it's the record labels that are having controller issues with it. It's actually the distributors, which for when it comes to distributors, that is like, for example, Sony, or maybe Sony. I know Warner Brothers is a distributor that Sumerian is under, because I had done a video, like I just made like a kind of like a, what would you call it? Kind of like an advertisement video for my old job, and I had used a song by the band Sean. And when I posted it on Instagram, they said, "Oh, this song is flagged by Warner Brothers." Blah, 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 shit like that. And so I'd asked someone at the label who I'm fortunate enough to know, because I've known him for like ever. I hit him up and I'm like, hey, is there anything I have to go through in order for this not to be a thing, or what's up with it? And he's like, unfortunately, like us at the record label can't do anything about it. It's all done through the distributor, which DMCA is what it's under. So I believe it's all distributor based.
Yeah, that was interesting I actually went through a similar situation. I had asked a band for permission to use one of their songs in a stream that I was using, when an actual video, not a stream, so they would have the chance to not flag it, and we put in the song and got their permission. They gave us a document and everything, and then someone higher up than the band themselves actually flagged it anyway and shut it down. So even though we had their direct permission, it still wasn't enough to actually get the project going. It's really unfortunate the way it works.
Yeah, and it's goofy because it's literally just programs that are saying you can't do that.
Yeah.
not people saying like, oh, you're a small time streamer. It's like more than anything, if you're a small time streamer and someone goes in your channel and hears like a band or something, like chances are the band that you're listening to is probably not that huge, you know?
Right.
Like I know like the music I listen to, like a lot of the bands, they aren't necessarily small, but you know, people could learn about these bands and it could benefit them because then people are like, oh, I'm gonna go check this band out and stream it. It's just like, all right, cool. When in reality, it's just like, dude, you're flagging someone who's literally giving you like a couple cents, which could be like in turn be someone then streaming that same song hundreds of times and giving them
Right.
like more, you know?
Or at least
but you'd
like
rather punish me for it. Like what?
at least like incorporate common sense DMCA laws. Like if you're driving around town and you're playing your music out of your car and people can hear you, that's not necessarily a performance. If you're like hanging out in your
Yeah.
room and there's like 5 or 6 people with you at a party, you're not performing that music and necessarily needing to go through all the rights and stuff. So if you're streaming and you're a small streamer with under a certain amount of subs, or you're not affiliated or something like that, there should be certain allowances that let you do certain things. And then if you do get monetization for your stream, then there should be just easy ways to license it. Like why can't Twitch just partner with Spotify and say, hey, like this channel is going to count as however many views as there are audience members. And that would be it. We could just partner with an audio label, but it just made so complicated for seemingly no reason.
I mean, well, that too, like, if you think about it too, Twitch is in conjunction with Amazon, which is already a giant conglomerate. So it's just like, oh, they would then be fighting with, or they'd be having to work within another whole other company, which I think is where the stipulation comes in, where it's just like, oh, well, we don't want to talk to that other company, so fuck off.
Right.
You know? Whereas, like, dude, like,
or it's even so integrated with Prime, we could even have like a separate audio channel where any Prime members can listen to Amazon Unlimited. Yeah. You know?
Well, you can do watch parties on Twitch from Amazon if people who are watching are Amazon Prime members.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, that's how that would work nicely if it was audio.
Yeah. So you can do that, but then it like hits your average and like it gets goofy. And it's a bunch of stuff that I don't know the specifics of.
Yeah, I read a little bit on it where it was basically like it doesn't count towards your stats.
Yeah, which I think is fair because it seems like that sounds like something yet you would do anyways, just to like as a community thing, like just to have fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like watch parties. Because I can't like imagine someone, oh, this guy got famous from doing watch parties. Like that just sounds ridiculous. Like I sound ridiculous saying that. So I'm just like I don't think that would be a good thing anyways, but I think it's more so just a community idea, which I think is cool. Because like people do like watch parties and stuff on like other platforms, and I think that idea is great. You know, it builds the community harder and all that, but unfortunately,
I feel like if we didn't have you know the situation we have with DMCA, there would be a lot more of that kind of content, not just with watch parties, but like even karaoke. Like Twitch themselves used to have Twitch Sings, and they had to close it down because they couldn't even figure it out.
A lot of copyright stuff.
Yeah, it's difficult,
which is a bummer.
Yeah,
like it's a good like. I think Twitch is beautiful in the sense that it's like the first time ever where the modern artist, the modern everyday average Joe artist can actually do something to create a sustainable living.
Yeah.
Like, because I know people on here who stream full-time doing art streams where they're like drawing, doing stuff like that, and they're actually like able to make a living off of it. Like, and I'm not like saying they're getting like famous and stuff, but they're able to do it because they're able to promote themselves. They're able to do like, you know, the whole affiliate program where if someone subs, they get X amount of money from the sub. Twitch makes the money. And it's like the first time ever where people are actually able to do art and make a living off of it. Or people who do music and stuff, like they're able to like make money off of that. Like it's like, wait, Twitch is an actual opportunity for the art industry and just the art community can actually make a living off of it.
Yeah, I think like, the difference here is it's sustainable. Is before there's been ways to purchase art, there's been ways to support creators, and even with YouTube, like you can get views, but like if I, don't get views one month, I just don't get paid. But at least with
Mhm.
Twitch or even like Patreon before that, it's a subscription base. So like, an estimate of how much you're going to get every month based on how many subs you
Mhm.
have, whether you stream or not. Obviously, if you don't stream, you might lose some, it might go down, but whether you stream or not,
Mhm.
you have somewhat of a guarantee of an income. And I think that's so
Mhm.
important for creators, especially since we're making like usually a lot less than what most jobs would cover at first.
Yeah.
It's really important to at least know that an amount's going to be coming in every month. So it's a great
Mhm.
opportunity for in that sense.